But as you know, he left the campaign trail today at 3 p.m., and in so doing, he was very gracious, and he endorsed me, so I appreciate it. I appreciate that, and I also look forward to working with Ron and everybody else to defeat crooked Joe Biden.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Florida Governor Ron DeSantis dropping out of the 2024 presidential race. Now, this comes as no surprise because he got curb stomped in Iowa by Donald Trump, the same as Nikki Haley. And as a matter of fact, him and Nikki Haley were kind of neck and neck, like 19%, 20% to Trump's 51, 52%. So I figured, and I called it in the video, that he would drop out right after Iowa, and here we are. And I think your man, Chris Christie, also called that DeSantis would drop out after Iowa, but that's a different story, and I digress. He's gone, and I think Nikki Haley should be next. And it's weird because I'm seeing Nikki Haley talking about, oh, well, we might come in second in New Hampshire. Second? Well, at this point, it's just you and Trump. So if you're coming in second, doesn't that mean you're not going to come in first? Doesn't that mean you're not going to actually be able to overtake Trump? You lost in Iowa. You lose again in New Hampshire. So what are we even talking about? What are we doing? What's really going on here? Now, I have a video of a few more comments from DeSantis and from, I think, Nikki Haley as well. But I want you to see this right here. And this goes back to what I was saying about Trump. He'll give you a little nickname. Remember Lion's Head and Little Marco from 2016? It's the same thing here. You see this headline: Trump declares Ron DeSantis' nickname officially retire after Florida governor drops from 2024 race. And they'll work together. DeSantis has endorsed Trump, and it'll be all good. It'll be all good. It's not going to be a problem. And that's how, that's how Trump is. Look, if you're in the race and you are a competitor, all right, now I'm going at you. I'm going to call you Little Marco, whatever. But after the race is over and we're no longer in competition with each other, now we can get back to business. This is the same thing that was going on with 2008, Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton. And this is something I want to say right now that I have the opportunity in the bully pulpit. Back in 2008, I was young and dumb. I'm 24 years old. I'm a lost soul. I'm voting for Barack Obama. I'm excited about it. Yay, first black biracial president. And I remember Hillary Clinton's campaign putting a rumor out that maybe Barack Obama wasn't a natural born citizen. But then the media later attributed that to Donald Trump because Donald Trump echoed Hillary Clinton's campaign sentiments. But different story. I digress. The point is, after 2008 and after all that drama, Hillary and Barack were able to work together. Slick Willie, all these people, they were able to work together. And that's the way that it is with Trump and his opponents in the GOP primary. Now, before I go any further, let's check out this news clip from, what's this, CBN, one of these alphabet letter organizations. I'll link to the video in the box. If you're on IG, visit a link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
I'd like to take time to congratulate Ron DeSantis.
With another challenger in his rearview mirror, Donald Trump welcoming the endorsement of former rival Ron DeSantis.
He was very gracious, and he endorsed me, so I appreciate it.
Now, part of the reason why I'm playing this is because they're going to talk about the whole DeSantimonious and all of that, and that's why I showed you the article in the beginning, so I can give you the actual real deal behind what's happening there.
Appreciate that, and I also look forward to working with Ron.
The kind words from Trump, a sharp break from what has been a bitter battle between the two GOP candidates.
So Ron DeSantis, he was very upset.
Less than a week after finishing a distant second in Iowa, DeSantis suspending his campaign Sunday in a pre-taped video message that included throwing his support behind Mr. Trump.
Trump is superior to the current incumbent, Joe Biden. That is clear. I signed a pledge to support the Republican nominee, and I will honor that pledge.
DeSantis' departure from the race so sudden, some supporters had already arrived at a campaign event he had scheduled hours later.
I would like to have seen him stay in just to give the American electorate some choice.
I mean, it's over. Like, okay, it's over though. The American people have spoken. The polls, Iowa, it's going to be the same thing. He could stay in the race. You can go to New Hampshire, whatever, but it's going to be the same thing. There's not going to be any changes. We have the choice. The people have spoken and said they wanted Trump. It's pretty clear. It's not even close. I could see if the polling was close, if Iowa was close, but it's not. You're talking about an all-time margin of victory. At a certain point, it's like, okay, where is the path to victory? If there's no path to victory, then why stay in the race? You gave it a good old college try, but it didn't work.
It's some choice.
For Republicans, that choice now Trump or Haley, who welcomed the news of the shrinking field overnight.
It's now one fella and one lady left.
Haley also sharpening her attacks on Trump, highlighting his age, after Trump seemed to repeatedly confuse her with Nancy Pelosi when discussing the Capitol riots.
Nikki Haley is in charge of security. We offered her 10,000 people, soldiers, National Guard, so whatever they want.
Haley weighing in.
They're saying he got confused. When you're dealing with the pressures of a presidency, we can't have someone else that we question whether they're mentally fit to do this.
She's counting on a strong showing here after a disappointing third place.
And this right here is Judge Judy, by the way. If you're wondering, if she looks familiar, Judge Judy did a campaign stop for her in New Hampshire. And in the crowd, there was somebody talking about lock Trump up. So I don't think we're dealing with a bunch of conservative Republicans out there who support Nikki Haley. And this is part of the reason why she has any kind of success, because I'm like, who would want Nikki Haley? Who in their right mind would want this person who ain't nothing but bomb Iran with a pair of high heels on? I mean, this is like the worst possible candidate. She's worse than anybody that has run in the GOP. So the reason why she has success is because of the people that, you know, the neocons and a lot of the donor class and a lot of leftists that may want someone to try and get Trump out of the way, in my opinion.
Place finish in Iowa. But two new polls released this weekend showed Haley trailing Trump by double digits here, with only 1 day left to change minds.
Don't complain about what happens in a general election if you don't vote in this primary on Tuesday.
The other challenge for Nikki Haley is how fast the Republican Party appears to be consolidating around Donald Trump. In just the last week, he's gotten the endorsements not just of Ron DeSantis, but also former candidates Vivek Ramaswamy and Tim Scott over the weekend. It's another hurdle that Haley's going to have to clear, and fast, to pull off that big win in New Hampshire tomorrow.
It ain't going to happen. I think New Hampshire is pretty much done. We're going to see the results of that coming up here pretty soon. And I think she even admitted on camera. She was like, well, we'll come in second. we'll probably come in a good second. That's not enough. And I think New Hampshire might be the place where it's the closest as far as the polling is concerned. But when you actually get to the polls, it might be much different. But as I close, I want to say this. Ron DeSantis, he did not run a good campaign. I'm going to just say it. I've been saying it. He did not run a good campaign. I thought he could be a good person to elect. He's much younger than Trump, and he doesn't have all the baggage and the drama. But the problem is, you could look good on paper, but what about when you actually get out there in the field? What about when you're actually campaigning? What are you doing decision-wise in your campaign? You're launching your campaign on Twitter. Okay, I mean, who are you talking to, though? Who are you trying to reach by doing that? Are you going to get the greater population of America? Are you going to get mama and papa, senior citizens? Are you going to get them by going on Twitter to start your campaign? When you have these influencers on social media that are insufferable at best, when you have this kind of stuff going on, it's a mess. And you going out there looking robotic. It didn't really go well. So he ran probably the worst campaign I've seen in quite a long time. And this was the result. And I don't even think if he had a good campaign that the result would be any different, to be totally honest, because Trump has the party in the chokehold. Again, the margin of victory for Trump in Iowa was largest ever. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your viewpoint on DeSantis dropping out? You think that it was inevitable? You think that this was going to be the result? It didn't matter if he had a great campaign or a bad campaign. It didn't matter because nobody is going to beat Trump. Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I think that DeSantis had no chance. Nikki Haley has no chance. Nobody has a chance. It's Trump. We all know Trump's going to be the nominee. Now, when I say that, sometimes I get kickback to say, oh, ABL, well, we have the right to vote for somebody else. All this. Okay, look, I'm just looking at reality for what it is. Is there a path to victory for Nikki Haley, Ron DeSantis, Ramaswamy? Is there a path to victory? If not, then what are we waiting on? It's only going to be one guy in the end. It's only going to be one guy in the end that can run for the GOP against the Democrats. Just one. And if it's looking like nobody else could come anywhere close to Trump, then why not just say, all right, Trump, it's your time. Go ahead and rock on out. Whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.